Ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance and for the millions watching at home, DCK Productions proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world! The greatest podcast in the world? Suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. I appreciate it if you both suck it. Suck it!
I can't hear you.
Oh, God damn it. Welcome, everybody.
I was like,
I gotta stop doing that.
That's fine too. It's funny, so.
It is, but okay, let me try this again. Welcome, everybody, to Suck It.
That's better.
I am the prince of all that is awesome, the king of kings, the great and powerful Derek, joined as always by my beautiful co-host, the metal goddess of Los Angeles, Nicole Carson, even though she's in San Francisco.
Yeah. San Jose, same thing.
San Jose, San Francisco.
LA, San Jose, San Francisco, same. It's all California. It's the same thing.
California. It's all, it's all over the place.
It's
so
all
how you doing?
The same. Yeah, getting by the day.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I know.
That's great.
It's
great.
Fucking, 2020 hasn't it been fantastic?
You know what? Can we just end this shit already and just move on?
I know.
I'm so over 2020. I swear to God, it's just, we need to go. We need to like one of those cars that you can get in, and then you can fast drive forward into the next year.
It's called Doc Brown.
That would. I was like, wait, there's a car for that.
A DeLorean, a time machine.
A DeLorean. I need one of those. Yeah.
I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts and favorite YouTube shows, Good Mythical Morning. They do a show called Ear Biscuits every Monday, and I was listening to them today, a couple days behind, but they were talking about how, Link was walking down the street and somebody walked up to him and goes, "Hey, buddy, what's wrong?" And he couldn't give him an answer. And Rhett was like, "Dude, just say 2020 because that's the easiest answer. Just what's wrong with you? Oh, just 2020.
2020. Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing else you can say.
It's already July, basically July, almost. I mean, it's
we're 6 days away.
7 months into the year, and it's March, April, May, June, July. So it's 5 months that's been just gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm ready.
I'm ready for change. Whatever that change might be, I'm ready for it because I'm just.
In the words of the Deftones, change.
I watched you change.
I watched you change
to a fly.
It always has to turn music with me. I'm sorry.
Every conversation we have, it ends up with music. Hey, that's fine. That's what we do. We talk about music. We talk about mental health. We talk about movies and TV and everything else in between. We do not have a niche, and I love that about us.
True. Very true. Very true.
That's anti what everybody says about podcasting. You need to have a niche.
I don't like that either.
I don't like it either. No, we're a genuine talk show. You come to us instead of going to Conan at 8:00 at night or going to Jimmy Fallon at 8:00 at night or 11:00 at night. Hey, we're here at 8:00, 5:00. That's what we are. Same concept. We don't talk about the same thing twice.
Word.
Exactly. I love it. So anyway,
who we got today?
So today, our special guest is one of the stars of the online series. I can't talk today. has his own online series, and he's the CEO of Paragon Entertainment. His name is Terrence Patterson, and I'm looking forward to this interview because we're gonna have a little bit of fun with him.
Yay!
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him on.
Yay!
Hey, Terrence, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Nicole? How you doing?
Hi. Hello. Dude, what's wrong with your camera, dude?
I don't know. It's messing up on me. There it goes.
There you go.
Okay. So, where are you at, Terrence?
I am actually in the Bronx in New York.
You're in the Bronx. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how's life up there right now?
I guess it's as normal as it could be. I mean, I don't really go anywhere. I'm not on the subway anymore. Life is just different. I mean, for everybody, it was such an abrupt change. Like I think my mind is still kind of catching up to it.
I gotcha.
But you just have to adjust, man. I mean, it is what it is. I just wear my mask everywhere, and I kind of do the social distancing thing, and I just kind of hope that everything comes together, and whatever normal returns, whatever that's going to look like, I just hope it's something that we can all live with.
Yeah, but I guess that brings up the question of what is normal. Nowadays, I mean, what is it? I mean,
the new normal.
Yeah, I mean, with everything that's going on, I mean, just the whole working from home, and I mean, I think in a lot of ways it's good. I mean, people connecting more with their families, I guess, in some ways. But then again, it's changed the way that we work. I actually saw an article that in Manhattan, they think maybe in 20 years that with this whole work from home, if it does catch on, that a lot of Midtown is just going to be residential. It's going to look completely different. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but I just think that this one incident is just a chain of events that has started. We don't know what's going to happen, but and I don't know what that new normal is going to look like, but we're gonna have to live in it. So it's really nothing we can do but just prepare for it and just do our best, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I mean, because it's not just COVID. I mean, it went from from COVID now to the Black Lives Matter stuff again, and now we're back into Me Too as well.
Right.
I mean, within the last
and a minor recession, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, so I mean, it's hitting us like a bag of bricks, I mean, it's crazy
from every side.
Exactly. And it's almost like people are picking sides. Well, yes, Me Too is coming back, but we still got to worry about the Black Lives Matter thing. Well, can't we just worry about it all? The society just needs a change.
Yeah, we can multitask with this.
We can. Exactly. Yeah. But you have to make sure we word it properly. Don't ever say all lives matter. Make sure we multitask with it the proper way.
Right.
But yes, I wholeheartely believe in that because I mean, in the midst of the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, we were in doing right now. We are still in National LGBTQ Pride Month, and we had a big decision for that at the Supreme Court level, talking about not being able to be fired anymore for your job, right at the start of the whole Black Lives Matter stuff. And it was like, how can I come on this, because we support, we're supporting two different Pride companies this year. I mean, right now, organizations, and I wanted to come on that day. So I had one of the CEOs of one of those organizations on the podcast with us. And I wanted to come on and celebrate that. But I'm like, how can we? But at the same time, it's like, we have to. We have to celebrate the little things. Yes, we've got this crap going on, but some other group over here had a huge win. So hopefully this huge win will lead to a huge win over here. And exactly.
Right. And we can't silo everything. We have, like you said, the police brutality, Black Lives Matter, the COVID, the recession, all of that. We're just going to have to do it all at the same time and pay as much attention as we can to each different topic. And hopefully, like I said, we make it out on the other side of this.
I wholeheartally agree with you. Wholeheartedly. So, I mean, have you seen any craziness going on in New York with everything that's going on as far as that kind of stuff goes?
Actually, I'm not too far from Fordham University, which is not too far. And there was some looting over here. So that's as close as I got to it. But I have not been in the city in probably 7 weeks. I think the last time I was in the city in Manhattan was end of February, the last time.
Gotcha.
So that's just weird. Being in New York, that's just weird. Like for some reason, most people have to go to Manhattan, of course. If it's work, entertainment, visit friends. And I haven't been on the train in I think my Metro card is probably expired. I just don't. It's and that's important to people in New York. Like you have to keep that up, and I don't even know where it is now because I haven't been anywhere. So,
wow.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So let's stay on this topic for a few more minutes, just to kind of get an idea of who we are and how we're going to be able to bond throughout the rest of this, hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a tough question.
Okay.
I love the tough questions.
Okay.
Now I'm not going to say whether or not I agree with it or not. It's just something I read, and it's opinion-based piece.
Okay.
Someone had said that it's kind of messed up that what took the Black Lives Matter thing to a whole new level, like it is right now, is that it took for the cops to kill a criminal. Why were we celebrating a criminal when we should have been celebrating the innocents all along?
Right.
I have my opinions about that, but I'm not, this isn't this isn't about me. This is about you. How do you feel about that statement?
That statement. What I do feel about that statement is, as far as him being a criminal, whatever the case may be, I don't really, for me, it didn't really play a part in my whole look at and perspective on this. For me, it was about a human life being taken on camera with impunity, didn't care that people were watching it. That's what I cared about. I don't really care that he's a criminal. There's allegations of maybe drug use. I don't care. There's people that have drug use that are walking around with me all day. It's not an impact on who they are.
Yep.
What is how this man's life was just taken with. It was just so blatant. That's what made. I think that's what really was. A lot of people. He looked right in the camera with such a look like, I don't care if you guys are recording. That's what really got me. And then of course, the ramifications of George Floyd's daughter. Like now this young girl her father is symbolic of something that's really, really tragic. And she's going to have to relive this probably every day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I think, in my opinion, I mean, if he was high or whatever the case might be, the moment you're being pinned down like that, the high goes away, and it's all endorphins at that point. And when you're literally screaming for your mom, I don't care if you're a criminal or not. Now, there's certain lines with that saying. Now, if it was if he was a stone cold murder on a murder spree, that would be a completely different scenario. But he wasn't really doing anything other than just being an annoying asshole at the time, I guess. I mean, and so, but no annoying asshole deserves that. Right. No, doesn't really matter. Right. On drugs or criminal, whatever. And he was just from what I understand, he was just a petty thief. Right. But who cares? Right. It doesn't matter. We're all fucking human.
Right.
And that's what people forget.
Yeah. I mean, like I've said, you mentioned that earlier about the whole thing about him being a criminal. And I guess I do understand what people would probably fixate on that. And I get it because of the interaction with the cops. But for him to be yelling for his mother, for him to be doing it on camera, and then for the other officers to help out, I don't really care about him being a criminal. That has really nothing to do with his life being taken. Yeah. He's a human being. So,
aside from all of that, what really got me was the fact that the cop that was kneeling on him kept saying, "Get up and get in the car." And he wouldn't take his knee off him for him to get in the car.
Exactly.
So it's like he was playing a game with him.
Right. And then the whole thing that they worked together at that club, and there may have been some interaction between them. So who knows if this is, premeditated? Who knows? I don't know. But it just seems like that's too much of a coincidence for me.
It is.
Wow. Yeah. So.
Absolutely. And I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. And so I'm glad we're on the same page. Because there's so much bullshit information out there, and I just I like to get it all out in the open, just to kind of that's what I do. So let's talk positive things. Let's talk about you. So tell everybody who you are, what you do, talk about your show, talk about your company, the whole 9 yards. Tell everybody about yourself.
Okay. All right. My name is Terrence Patterson. I am actually a creator of a web series called Half Past Jump Time. I have a company. It's called Paragon Multimedia. And what we do is create content for streaming. I had previously, when I first moved to New York, I was going to be an actor. I gave myself a year. I was either going to do that or go to law school. So I'm still here in New York, so I didn't go to law school. But the irony is I did work for law firms, and that wasn't fun at all. So I opened up my own company eventually. And before that, I had produced off-Broadway play for about 10 years. And then I worked for a friend of mine at her independent film company. And then after that, I opened up my own firm, Paragon. So, and that's kind of where we are now. I am in the midst of in pre-production for another web series as well. It's an anime outside of Half Past Jump Time. So I've got multiple projects that I'm actually juggling right now. And a lot of them, for me, and the reason that I opened up the company was just because I wanted to, or I guess like a lot of creators, you feel like there's a void that needs to be filled and you think that you're the person that can fill it, which is fine. I think you should be able to, to have that kind of, that thought process. Like, I think I can do it better than other people. So I just created this company, and it seems to be going really well. People responding to the material. I'm pitching it to people out in LA. So it's kind of working out.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
So, I mean, other than a Half Past Jump Time, I mean, you said I know you're creating an anime show, but other than that, what else are you guys creating? What else have you created, or what's out there that's yours?
Other than that, I mean, since the company's really, really new, Half Past Jump Time is going on. I first foray into online streaming. So after doing the off-Broadway play stuff, I always saw that content. I mean, content's going to be king. It is king, queen, whatever it is, king, queen, whatever it is. And I just wanted to be a part of that because I wanted to get into film. I had always wanted to get into film as far as, feature films being on set. And then just from the cost aspect of it, and there's not a lot of capital really. I mean, that could, a lot of people always, they wait for 10 years to make one movie. And I thought there's another way that we could do this. And if we take advantage of what's online and, the whole YouTube thing, we can control the content. We could, license it out, whatever the case. We have a lot more control that way. So that's one of the other reasons why. And I'm sure you guys, having your podcast, you just have so much more control over the content that you do. And I think you just enjoy it more when you have that control. That's
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we choose, where to go live. Like we go live on Facebook and Twitch, and then we upload everything to, YouTube from there. Right. And then we have it goes to every, podcast, platform available the next day. And, we get to pick and choose that. And we like that. Cause it gives us, full control. I mean, her and I were just talking yesterday, was it yesterday or Monday? About, saying, oh, forget Facebook. Let's just go live on YouTube.
Yeah.
But now we're like, but at the same time, we have our 8,000, listeners on podcasts, but we're only at like 1,000 on streaming. So should we wait and, build that up a little bit more, then go on YouTube? So, I mean, there's that decision. I like having that decision and that 100% control.
Mm-hmm. Right. And also the social media aspect. I don't know if you guys do your own, but that in and of itself, that's a whole nother job. Like people don't understand when you have like a podcast or you do what we do as far as streaming and stuff that's online, the whole social media,
it's a lot.
Yeah. And I don't know sometimes if I'm good at it. Do you guys feel that you're good at it?
I do. I manage my own accounts for my own music stuff. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. Like I have my ways of getting more followers, and I don't know. It's a game.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you guys pay for ads? Like I pay for ads like on Facebook to like promote my page, and it seems to be working. But
sometimes, I do promote. I do promote posts. Like sometimes I do it on Instagram too, and it gets me a lot of views and it gets me a lot of followers.
Me too.
So
me too. So
I think it depends. It depends on the post. Like I'm picky. I pick and choose which posts I do that for.
Okay. Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do them all. When I first started out, I started doing them all. I was like, some of these are not, the hit ratio was not corresponding to what I'm paying. So I kind of realized things with videos and things with really sharp graphic pictures, something that'll catch people's attention are always going to be. If you just do text, I learned that the hard way. If you just do text, very few people read it. They don't.
Correct.
Yeah. They don't engage in it. So
I mean, I learned that the hard way too. I mean, I would just do pictures, I would promote every single one of our episodes.
Right.
So, after we're done with this, I'm going to create a graphic. I'm going to post it up online.
Right.
And then say, episode out live now. But I used to, spend $5 for 5 days or whatever the case might be, just to help promote that a little bit extra. And I would get nothing. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start taking, video clips or turning the audio into video clips or whatever else, putting it up for 45 seconds and then promoting that. And then that's what caught eye.
Right.
Even if it was just a still photo the entire time with a little squiggly line, the audio wave.
Right.
That caught eye.
Right.
So that's what it is. But at the same time now, it's like I'm not even bothering with that.
Right.
I'm just utilizing every piece of social media we can, and I'm seeing growth insurmountable overnight. I'll wake up and I'll see 500 new followers on our Instagram page. I'll wake up overnight and I'll see, another 20, 40, on our TikTok page, which I just started. So I'm still, building that up, and, same thing with Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And it's amazing.
Yeah. That whole TikTok thing, I haven't been involved in that. And it's like, every time something new comes out, do you jump on that and see if you could use that in your social media, or do you kind of like wait and see how it does? Like TikTok, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I'm kind of figuring that out.
Yeah. And that's the same problem that I'm having. So like, I've been doing a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So I've been doing a little bit of what everybody else is doing. Now, when I say everybody else, I don't mean the teenagers that do the little dance bullshit. No.
Right.
Derek, don't dance. And I'm sure Nicole would not appreciate me going on to TikTok and doing that. No, so I'll go on there.
You're like trying to floss or something on TikTok,
Ooh, maybe I should. That'd be funny.
I don't know. Would it?
No, but what I do on there is, I let people know when we're going live.
Yep.
I do, if I'm scrolling through my feed and I find somebody doing something funny, I'll do the voiceover thing, the little lip syncing thing.
Okay.
And that always seems to, grasp attention. I advertise guests as well.
Right.
And then I also use it as a way to help promote Nicole's music as well. So Nicole puts all of her music on Spotify and everything like that. And thankfully, Twitch and TikTok, that's where they get all their music from. So every time I put a post out, it's always Nicole's songs. So I always make sure I put Nicole's song in there and I tag Nicole. Therefore, it's promoting our show. It's promoting her music. So it's a little bit of everything.
Right.
Yesterday I did another one of our PR reps, people, April Doyle. Yep. And I literally just posted up a picture of April with the new song and, her song playing in the background. That was like the one time I didn't use Nicole's music. And overnight I had like 1,000 hits just for a picture and a song. I was like, what is this?
Right.
And the podcast feed just blew up overnight. I was like, wow. And that was just from TikTok. I didn't get half of what on that on a Instagram. So but then at the same time I go on there every morning and I do, because I'm bipolar and I've had some suicide attempts and I'm very active in the mental health community. So I go on every morning and I just do a quick mental health message for the day too. So it's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of promotional. It's there's no niche. It's a little bit of everything. Except for cosplay. I'll never do cosplay.
I've never done it either. I mean, it looks good when you see it online, but I don't think I have the fortitude to be able to come up with a costume, make it, I can go watch it, but I don't think I couldn't participate though.
I don't have the makeup skills for that.
Yeah, no way. I have a friend who does that kind of makeup though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she's dope. I just don't touch it.
Yeah, but Nicole, you have friends that are in the movie industry that do that, professionally though, right?
Oh yeah, I have friends everywhere.
Yeah,
all over that place.
Like people like Face Off kind of stuff, that competition where they do the makeup,
the horror makeup. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She does horror makeup, and then they do any special effects. I have connections with companies that do that, like special effect makeup and stuff, just from the work I've done in events and stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
it's you watch them put the prosthetics on, and it's so cool.
To me, it's just what they come up with, like what's in their mind and how they can translate that into that, the makeup and make it all cohesive. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
I agree. Yeah. Wholeheartedly.
Derek concurs.
Especially on like TikTok, because the TikTok people, they'll have their 1 or 2 or 3 characters that they constantly put on, and then they'll do these, these lip syncing things, and it's like what they're lip syncing and what they're saying does not match the character at all. So that makes it even that much more funny. Right. And it's just hilarious. So I love that kind of stuff. It's just funny. or I'll just be laying in bed bored out of my mind. I'm like, oh, let's lip sync a song and just to see how many hits I get.
Oh
like,
my God.
all I did was lip sync a song, and I got 500 views and 300 likes. That's all I literally did. I didn't do anything else. And it's like
lip syncing is not allowed in this place, Derek.
Yeah, exactly. For a singer, yeah, I don't think she wants.
But no, definitely not. But it's hilarious. I just think TikTok is.
I can't watch.
Then don't go onto our TikTok stream.
Oh, trust me, I've seen some TikTok thing. I haven't dabbled in TikTok.
So you haven't heard him sing, Nicole? You've never heard him sing before?
Never.
Not the lip syncing, no.
Okay. All right.
I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
The singer is afraid.
You guys might have to do a karaoke night or something. Yeah, to see how he sings.
I can only imagine how scary it is for Nicole knowing that there's a social media platform that I'm on that she's not, and I'm posting all this crap about us, and she has no idea what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll try.
Because I have a brand to protect, Derek.
And so do I. This anomaly that is Suck It Podcast.
Whatever you do, you can have it be yours without my name for now. If it's a karaoke track, I don't want any part of it. 0.
I'm just trying to get views. If I get views and get likes from a karaoke track, and then they see that we're going live, let's go ahead and see what they're all about. That's how it works. Whatever.
Oh God. See what I deal with, Terrence.
I see what you deal with.
So speaking of content and stuff like that, so I've obviously done a lot of research about you over the last couple of weeks since this interview has been set up. And one thing I did notice is in this day and age, you got to stay relevant at all times.
Right.
And I noticed that with Half Past Jump Time, you haven't released an episode in a year.
Yeah. We ran out of money, as always. What happens? And then we were right in when I tell you we were right in pre-production for episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then COVID hit. We were setting up a photo shoot to do, for the next seasons to happen. For the next episodes to happen, and we were just going into pre-production with the rehearsals and dance rehearsals, and then COVID. So it's really nothing we can do. So what we're thinking about doing actually is doing a reading, like a Zoom kind of reading that's going to be recorded and put on YouTube or something like that, just to keep people more engaged until we can figure out what we're going to do, because we don't know when we're going to be able to shoot anything. So
when have you guys heard anything about when New York is opening up or anything?
The studio where the spot where I shot the first 2 episodes, they sent us an email saying that they were opening up in July. So,
okay.
But I don't know. It just depends on what Cuomo says. If he says that the levels are where they should be, then they probably will. But I don't know. For me, I've been talking with my fellow producers about the safety aspect. We're trying to figure out how is that going to. Are we going to have extras? Like you have extras all the time and mostly, but now we're going to have to kind of minimize how many extras we have on set because we want to minimize the number of people. Then that comes with the crew. Is the crew going to have to work double jobs? Because do I want to have 20 people on set, behind the camera?
Yeah.
It's a lot to think about. And then keeping everybody with masks, and then how are we going to communicate with masks? I wear mine all the time, but it's, to be really honest, sometimes it's uncomfortable when you're speaking with people for long conversations at a mask.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. So it's a lot for us to think about, which is probably why we are actually kind of putting a lot more attention on the anime, just because we can do that without people being in the room. We can get voiceover actors. They can do it from the home, the studio, with the engineer. It's the logistics of that make more sense until we figure out what we're going to do.
That's so true. It's a hard NBC, because I worked for NBC and the law opened up again.
Right.
But there's I don't know if it's with the Motion Picture Academy or who it's with exactly, the union for the crew, but there's a whole document out now kind of laying out the process of crews and, when it comes to anything behind a shoot, the physical production with the crews and the cameras and, anything from catering to, how the best way to lay out and spread out everyone. And I know extras aren't a thing. Like right now, there's no extras at all.
Right.
For shows, it's just an empty room. And it's just weird. It's really weird. But if you need a good voiceover actor too, because you mentioned it, I have a guy.
Okay, good. Yeah, then we'll stay in touch because
He's amazing.
Great.
Well,
Right.
not him, another guy too, but maybe Derek too. Look at he's like me too.
I'm a voiceover actor, and to be honest, I mean the amount of postings that I've seen on the voiceover site that I'm on, it's like redonkulous.
Right.
Like the amount of people that are switching to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, you have to be able to pivot now, and
exactly.
I actually used to do some voiceover. That's actually one of the first forays I had into entertainment, was trying to be a voiceover artist. But that's hard. It's hard. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Just, you have to emote with your voice, and people don't understand how hard that is to make that sound credible on just with a recording. So I wasn't as good at it, but I do admire people who do voiceover, because that takes a lot of hard work to do.
He shows me. It's one of my best friends I've known for like 20 years.
Okay.
He's awesome. He shows me stuff. I'm like, I can't. How do you talk like that? Right. I just can't understand how. I mean, Derek knows he does it too, but
not even in the same room.
Yeah, it's insane. And he can change his voice so quickly, and he's worked in a lot of really big stuff. And
okay.
It's what he does for a living at this point. Okay. So it's cool. It's amazing to me. I'm fascinated by that, that kind of work.
It's about having 5 or 6 voices in your repertoire, and then tweaking them as needed.
Okay.
And that's what it really comes down to. So, I mean, you have to have, a little bit of everything. About 5 or 6. Some have 7 or 8 that are in their repertoire, that have been doing it longer. But I memean, to get real good started, have 5 or 6 that you can go to and just kind of tweak and say, well, okay, well, how about this? You'll make it a little bit lower. You'll make it a little bit higher. You want me to add a little bit of a stutter, or whatever the case might be. And you can usually use those 5 or 6 in most scenarios. So, I mean, it's all about again, having that projection and being able to speak in ways that normal people cannot.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about doing this podcast is, because radio people have to have that same type of voice. Now, whether they have 10 different voices in their repertoire or not is not the same thing, but being able to enunciate properly and talk into the mic and know how to, take your voice up an octave, therefore you're clear and you have a good sound to it, instead of just me normally talking like this, like I normally do. No, I talk like this the entire time I'm on the radio. Right. So that, I mean, it's 2 totally different things.
Right. You got to keep people engaged. And like you said, when you do it really monotone, it's like no one's going to listen to you. Like, they really turn you off. So yeah, you have to do a lot with your voice. It is your calling card.
It really is. Yeah. Exactly. So so you said you wanted to hoping to start shooting back in July, right?
Yeah, that's the goal. Like I said, hopefully we can do it all, from a health perspective. And my actors seem to be on board. Like, I was kind of the other part of that is, do the actors want to be on set? Are they comfortable with everything with COVID and everything? Are they comfortable being on set? So it's that. But most of them are game. But like, as long as things are laid out and there's a plan, as far as temperature checks and that kind of thing. And I'm going to look for that document, Nicole, that you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll find it and I'll send you a link to it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Because I've seen it and I know it's in my inbox somewhere, and I'll find it and I'll give it to you.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, with that, so we're going to start, rehearsals. So yeah, that is true. If we are opening up in New York, then we're going to start rehearsals really, really soon. So yeah.
Now, where do you guys see yourself going beyond that? I mean, do you want to stay a YouTube web series? Do you want to push it beyond that? Because I mean, it's all about the content. I mean, what do you plan on doing?
Man, really? Okay, I thought about that on 2 venues. It could be either, of course, like everybody, you want to do maybe like Anissa Rae, who did Insecure to HBO, like she did, Awkward Black Girl, then she did Online, and then she went. That would be the dream for everybody, to put the work in, show a credible idea, and then for them to put money behind it. Or since as an entrepreneur now, I'm just really thinking about the intellectual property that I have, and I'm critical, and you guys, you have your own intellectual property. How better can I utilize it myself? So I may actually put it on one of those apps that supports video, and I can use my own company logo, and it'll be like a platform for all of my videos where you can download it on your phone, just like a Netflix app, but it'll be just for my company with my content. and just see where it goes from there. I'm actually researching to see which one's going to be the most effective way to do that.
Now, just, this is shop talk, so I'm sure our my listeners don't give a shit, but there's actually a company, there's a couple of them actually, that will take your content and turn it into a video on demand service on Netflix. It's not Netflix, and have your own channel on Roku or Fire TV or those types of platforms as well. So that might be another avenue you can look at as well.
Yeah,
I mean, that's actually something I'm looking at eventually doing for us as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. That sounds like a good idea. It's to organically grow your audience on YouTube or any of these platforms. If someone had told me just how hard it was, I'm sure you guys, just growing your audience, because you're gonna have to steal eyeballs and ears, literally from other places where people could either be gaming or watching television, and you got to make your content engaging enough for them to take that time out to do that. So it's a whole nother ball game for me when I got into this content thing as opposed to doing theater, where there's immediate reaction. I can see if the audience likes it. I can see, when I put content out and I promote it, you just kind of hope that the views are there when you go back the next day and you keep checking. I don't know, because I'm kind of like OCD about it. I'm always checking to see, how many people are looking at what I'm creating, because, and then you want to monetize. Initially, when I got into it, I just wanted to do content. I'm like, I just want to put out some good content. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm putting up this content with the money that, everything's self-financed by me for the most part, because crowdfunding hasn't been as good for me as I thought it would be. So maybe that's a whole other thing that someone talked about. Crowdfunding, I don't know, it's kind of iffy in how you make money on that. I'm just haven't been as successful as I would like.
Crowdfunding that one's a tough one because there's so many other people out there doing it.
Right.
And yeah.
I've tried it 3 times, to be completely transparent with you. I've tried it for the last 3 years and just have not been good at it. I don't know what it is about it, or maybe it's what we're doing. I don't know. It's just, I put all the content, I study, the successful ones and kind of see what people are doing that are doing web series, kind of make it, mine as successful as possible. And for some reason, it's just not. But, I think they said there's something called equity crowdfunding that I'm probably gonna take a look at as well, where people can buy a little equity into your show, and they'll be able to support it that way. But and co-production deals too. I'm looking for actually I have a friend I might be co-producing some of this stuff with. So stuff might come out soon as far as content. But yeah,
that's good. And I guess that's what you just said is the reason why I decided with Nicole to do Twitch versus YouTube.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of talk shows on YouTube already. There's a lot of podcasts that go live.
And I watch a lot of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, while Twitch is starting to pick up with that kind of stuff, it's not nearly as big. It's all gaming still. But I'm like, let's go on there. Let's be different. Let's do this instead. And it's paid off.
Right.
Now, honestly, most of our views still come from Facebook Live, which we cannot monetize. However, we use that as a stepping stone to, add additional likes and listens to our podcast there for sponsors and stuff like that. Right. But as far as like monetization of this, this platform, it's never going to be able to be monetized, versus Facebook. But it's a good way to start building that audience and then say, okay, sorry, we're not doing this anymore. You need to go here.
Right. That whole Facebook thing, I'm glad you brought that up. I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, why can't I not monetize? Like, everybody's on there. I get a lot of followers on there. I put my content there, but there's no way for me to monetize on that content. But they can monetize on me buying ads, the ad space that I buy. So I've been thinking about that too. Like, it hasn't been as, it wasn't what I thought it would be as far as Facebook, getting the audience. Like, I'm getting a great audience now. I'm getting a lot of followers, which is great. And it required hard work, which is fine. I'm up to that. But again, it's hard to do all of that content and not monetize on it. Because it takes money to do the things that we do.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, yesterday or Monday, Facebook bought out Microsoft's Mixer, which is basically Twitch's competitor.
Okay.
Now you can Facebook has Facebook Gaming, and with Facebook Gaming you can monetize because it's basically the exact same thing. However, you have to be gaming.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it'll eventually open up to other things as well. Because that would be awesome. But at the same time, who knows? So I mean, I'm gonna be loyal to Twitch and say screw it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, I mean, if you guys can, you know, if you pull it off and you're one of the first outside of gaming to be, a, you know, a big podcast, then that's, you know, kudos to you guys for, you know, being the first ones to do that. So I hope that, you know, good luck on all of that. And I hope it all works out, because that's a smart move. Instead of going to a crowded space like YouTube, why compete with all of that when we can just be one of the high quality podcasts here on, you know, on Twitch, and then go from there. So
yeah. No, I mean, now our stuff is still up on YouTube.
Yeah, but still,
I mean, but luckily, Twitch makes it very, very simple. All I got to do is at the end of this broadcast, go in there, hit export, and it's done.
All right.
Okay.
That's all. I don't have to download anything. No, it does it for me.
Okay. All right.
So it makes life a lot easier.
Okay.
I mean, Nicole, I mean, you are, you know, you not only feel it from what we're doing, but you feel it for yourself as well. I mean, with your music. So, I mean, how do you feel about what he's saying as well?
Look, I'm exhausted. Social media exhausts the shit out of me.
Me too.
I do one YouTube cover video or whatever I do, and I have to upload it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 8 different things.
Right.
Platforms. It's exhausting. I would love a place that I can do one. Maybe this exists. Derek, you have to let me know. I can export it to one place and it will upload it to everything for me. Instagram, you can't do that. Instagram, you have to individually go into your account,
right,
and upload it. And then YouTube, I think, is the same way. Facebook, I can just share, which is nice about YouTube. It's like you just share it and then you can share it to other pages. Right. Yeah, I have a lot of pages. I don't know. But I do feel like, especially with Twitch, different audiences use different platforms.
Right.
So
right.
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever else I don't know about that people are using.
Right.
People use different platforms, so it's different types of people.
Right.
And so you have to, I feel like the hardest part of marketing is you have to hit everyone. You have to cater to every audience. And so
Agree.
It's smart. I need to get my ass on Twitch and Twitter. Twitter to me is just, I can't stand it because I already get anxiety reading Instagram and Facebook.
Right.
And people's opinions. It just drives me nuts sometimes.
I feel bad because I forget to post stuff. Like, I'm like, oh, I haven't posted anything on Instagram in quite some time. I have to start putting it on my calendar because, like you said, it's so much.
It's about consistency.
Yeah.
Like, I try and do a post a week, but right now I'm not doing as much cover. Like, I'm not doing any music right now. That's like 5. So I'm waiting. And so I'm like producing stuff. Right. So I'm just trying to find pictures, or if I do a photo shoot, I'll post a photo or something, because that's how you keep relevant. Mm-hmm. If I don't post something for like a month, let's say, I'll lose followers. And so I don't want to do that. So you have to it's all about consistency.
Yeah. I'm learning.
It's really important.
Yeah. I'm learning that as well. Consistency, videos, as Derek said, you got the engagement factor has to be there. So I used to just post stuff like, okay, we have an update, let me just post it. Now I have to really think about, okay, what's going to be in that content? What am I sharing with them? Is it going to be a video? Is it going to be, a static photo or whatever the case may be? Because I want engagement on it. I don't want to just post something.
So there's a lot to think about. And like, I noticed my last maybe 2 or 3 posts on Instagram, I'll get like a ton of comments about, for sponsors, like, hey, I want to, wear my product and we'll pay you for it. Right. And so it's been cool to like at least explore that option. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of it's like not reliable or, but it's been cool to explore that. So I feel like the more relevant you can be,
right.
You need to be relevant. People need to see you as someone who they want to follow.
Yeah. It's not about what you're selling. It's about you now.
It's about you, yeah. But it's exhausting. I get tired.
Yeah, and I'm a shy person, so for me, it's like I don't want to get on video, but I have to. Like this, I would say probably a year ago, I probably would be like, I don't want to do a podcast. Like that's yeah. But I can speak in a room full of people and not have any.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but being on film and being on this, it was kind of a nerve thing. Okay, you're gonna have to get over it because you have to create a brand now. Like
it's all about the brand.
Yeah, and I just thought it was a
Yeah.
buzzword for a long time, but no, it's true. You have to create because people are following the brand. It's not about what you're selling; it's the brand itself. That all comes.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're following your brand, and it's important. Yeah, but it is tiring. It's like I always joke at one level, like whenever my band makes it, I'm not gonna. I would love to do my own social media, but I think I would drive myself insane.
Yeah, I always said hire somebody. I said immediately as soon as I have the extra funds.
Can I get a manager? I need a social media manager, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I tried
Oh my God.
I tried to hire two, but they didn't work out. I wanted them to give me examples of some of the stuff they were going to post, and then I would have to chase them to find out what they're going to post. I'm like, well, why don't I just do it if I'm going to be chasing you? And I was paying them, so it wasn't even though it wasn't.
Oh, Steve,
Yeah, exactly. So I got.
Look, if you ever need that down the road, we'll talk. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing too about it is, with that being said too, there's also a point to where you can be too present.
Yeah.
Yeah, over posting and all of that too. I had
exactly
to think about that, especially crowdfunding is when I was crowdfunding, they say don't post every day, post every other day, and then I'm like, okay, if I post every other day, then all my friends go, all they're gonna see are those posts of me asking for money, and most of them have already given to me on other projects, so it's just like they want you to grow that audience from your family and then grow it out from exponentially, but I was just never able to do it. So
yeah, it's hard. Like I don't know, Derek, what you think, but I know people that post multiple times a day, and to me, it's too much. Like, I think once a day, even depending on your audience. I mean, it depends on how big you are. I think every week you should have a post. Every few days, if you're at that level, I think is good for your brand. But at least every week.
Yeah, at least at the very least.
At the very least, but at the same time, it depends on what your brand is.
Right.
So, like, if you for example, if right now you literally, Terrence, don't have much going on except for the anime stuff. So if you're constantly posting about, we're going to do this soon, then that would get overwhelming. But then, with Nicole, she posts every week, a nice, cute, beautiful picture of herself that I just kind of stare at for 5 minutes and go, oh, I won't lie. She's my crush on the West Coast. But I know anyway, so doing it her way is good too. But then when I'm doing it, because I do our social media, because I know she's got a lot of stuff going on, so I kind of take that off of her plate.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
Like, sometimes we go 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But then this week we are 5 days. We're live 5 days this week. So I've got to post, what's going on today.
Mm-hmm.
Then I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on tomorrow.
Right.
And then I got to let everybody know when tonight's episode is out. So it's like I'm almost doing 3 posts a day this week.
Yeah.
But I got to make sure I spread them out to where, so like tomorrow we've got Kid Capri coming on. And that's a big deal.
Exactly.
So I wanted to make sure that I posted that at the right time during the day to make sure I don't have to post about this again.
Right.
So I know that between noon and 3 is when I get my most views. So I posted that between noon and 3. And then I between 4 and 6 is when I get my second most amount of views. So that's when I reminded everybody that you were coming on tonight. Okay. And then so now tonight, after I edit this and put it on, our podcasting site, it's okay. Now it's everybody's online.
Right.
But then tomorrow I got to do the exact same thing. Hey,
Exactly.
Tomorrow it's a lot.
Tonight we've got tonight is Kid Capri. And then tomorrow we've got Ashley Brinton. And then by the way, the Kid Capri episode's up. But like all weekend long, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do anything on social media this weekend, unless I get like a response about something. But like, I just got to leave it alone.
Yeah, you have to leave it.
Yeah,
it's all about the hashtags and the tags.
Yeah, that's you got to be creative with those.
It's all about that because you'll get so many likes and views and followers from your tags.
Right.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you've got to create your own tag too, and then get that built up. So like, me just posting "suck it" on every single thing. Now the words, the hashtag "suck it" might get 25 a day, but if I add an extra 3, and then somebody goes on there and says hashtag "suck it" or whatever the case might be, then they see the majority of them are me.
Yeah.
then I get more followers that way too. So
Yeah.
even having only 25 or 30 on that normal day where somebody posts about it, if you make it your own and you take it and say, this is mine, then nobody else can touch it.
Okay.
So that's another thing to think about as well. What were you saying, Nicole? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I mean, I don't remember at this point. My brain, I don't know. What was I saying?
We're talking about hashtags.
No, hashtags, consistency and hashtags.
Yeah.
Like every post, you can have the same hashtag. I tag a lot of people in my photos too, or my video. Like, and it also depends on who your followers are. Like, I right now have a lot of really awesome followers who are in big bands, who are artists and musicians and talent managers. Like, I have people of a certain caliber who are following me, so I feel like I need to post things that are of a certain level and of a certain like I have to be consistent with it because they're following me and liking me and watching me. Does that make sense too?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
It's like a balance, between what you're posting and who you're trying to gain as followers, but then who's already following you. Like I have guys in big bands following me and I feel like, oh shit, I have to post something right now because then they like it.
Right.
And whatever. But I don't, that's just me though. I'm kind of hard on myself with that too. I feel like I have a certain level of, I have to keep myself at with certain things. But yeah, I don't know. It's a game.
It is a game. Well, speaking of the game, we need to take a quick sponsor break. So we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Guys, ever wonder how I get this manly beard looking so good? It's all because of Viking Revolution. And at Viking Revolution, not only can you get some great beard balms, but you can also get some great beard oils, as well as some awesome quick shower pads, which helps prevent you stanking up after the gym. Also, these great wet wipes, which help prevent, stanky after going doo-doo. And also some pomades and some other great products, all at Viking Revolution. So do yourself a favor, go to dcproductions.com/sponsors, click on the banner, and get yourself some of these great products. Viking Revolution. Join the revolution. Guys, I'm here to tell you all about the brand new revolutionary product from Manscaping today. The Lawnmower 3.0, a product that will not nick your sack and make sure that your manhood stays protected the entire time you are shaving. So do yourself a favor and go to manscaped.com and use promo code ShutUpCameron for 20% off the Perfect Package 3.0, which not only includes the Lawnmower 3.0, but it also includes Ball Toner, which helps prevent ingrown hairs. You get Ball Deodorant, which helps prevent chafing and man stank. You also get this awesome, sleek, stylish leather carrying case, all for $99.99. And when you use that promo code, you get 20% off. Also, just released the Weed Whacker, the perfect nose and ear hair trimmer. So again, go to manscaped.com, use promo code ShutUpCameron for 20% off. Trust me, your balls will thank you.
All right. Say
and we're back.
Bath bombs 10 times fast. Go.
Bath bombs, bath bombs, bath bombs, bath
Faster,
bombs, bath
faster.
bombs, bath bombs, bath bombs, bath bombs, bath bombs, bath bombs. I can do it just fine.
That first ad, I felt like you had a couple you kind of slipped on your tongue a little bit.
I slipped on so I did slip on the DCK Productions part. I said DCK. I said, but I had everything else perfect to that point, and it was at the very end. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go run with it.
Yeah.
I might re-record it, but I mean, everything else about that one was really, really good, and the Manscaped one was flawless. So I think, yeah.
I like how you say, clean your balls after the gym or something like that.
No, I say prevent the man stank after the gym. That's
okay.
Because it's a shower wipe. It's a really thick pad. And also it's about, when you unfold it, it's a good 6 inches big by 6 inches wide.
Can I get one of these?
Yes.
I don't get any swag, Terrence.
I will send you some swag. I will email my Viking Revolution guy.
Because how am I supposed to be on board with the sponsor if I don't try it?
Right.
Well, you got to remember, if you saw the Manscaped commercial, we got that sponsor, and the Manscaped sponsor.
Oh, I don't need that. I don't need no Manscaped. I don't. What do I?
No,
I mean,
no, I'm talking about the Viking Revolutions. But the quick shower pads, they're honestly really, really good. Like if I get home from for work one day, and it is just, I'm just exhausted and I don't feel like taking a shower, I'll be like, I'll take a shower in the morning. I'll wipe myself down with that thing, and it works. Like those and are cheap and they're good, and they come in like packs of like 30, and it's a really good product. When to truth be told, I contacted them about it because I had already used their beard products, and they said, "Hey, well, you go ahead. I'll send you the quick shower pads, and I'll send you the butt wipes. You test these out. Let us know what you think.
Love it.
And then we'll go ahead and talk about sponsorship." So I tested those two things out, and I'm like, I fucking love them. And next thing I know, like they're just saying, "We love you. Let's do it." And I'm like,
that's
okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the butt wipes, from like what I say in the commercial, from stanking up, after you go doo. But yeah, I love our sponsors.
My God, I love it.
I love doing live reads because it's like I get some freedom, especially from those two. They just told me to go wild with it, say whatever I want. I'm like, okay, fine.
So you wrote your own copy for that? So you just kind of came up with everything? And
yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Okay. Got
it. That's a scary thought. They don't give Derek a parameter.
Yeah, this is my first time meeting you, Derek, but even I would know that seems like that's pretty scary to let you go wild on it. But
you have to give a limitation. There's like a line.
Yeah, but
no line.
Job, man. You did a good job. So.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest with you, those each took about 30 minutes each.
Okay.
Because I didn't write a script.
Okay.
Because I wanted it to feel.
Okay, so you just let it rip right off the top.
Correct. Okay. So I did like 20 takes on each one, and each take was different. Okay. And then I didn't stop until I felt I got it. And it ended up, and then like I said, that Viking Revolution one is still a little slip, but like it's almost unnoticeable. But the rest of it, correct. Yeah, of course she did. Because she's got to nitpick everything I do.
Yeah, and she's got a musical ear, so I'm sure she listens to everything.
I hear everything. Yeah, not even just Derek. I mean, anything in my life, I hear. I'm like,
more people in music do that. I noticed that about you guys.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Okay. Oh my God. Admittingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear everything. I'm like, redo that. Okay, you have to redo that. Like, what was that?
Hey, being overly critical in the music business is not a bad thing, especially nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I have a producer who I can't do it vocally. I'm like, nope. I'm like on every little thing. I'm like perfectionist. He's like, just let me produce it. Right. Let me mix you. Go out of the room and leave yourself alone. I'm gonna make you sound amazing.
Are you producing?
That little note right there. That one. He's like, get out of here. Go away.
Are you producing when you're singing? Are you producing it in your ear? Are you like, this could go here? That could, are you producing it in your ear when you?
Yeah, I write my own melodies.
Okay, there you go.
It's a club. Yeah, it's a collaboration though with me and my bandmate.
Oh, that's good.
It's but I'm just really overly critical of myself because I'm a classically trained singer, so everything I do is very like it has to be perfect. In my perfect, which is like a lot higher standard than like what other people might call perfect. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah.
But you have to have high standards for yourself. So
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I think Charlie has some pretty high standards for you, Nicole, too. So.
He's insane, that guy.
That's your producer?
It's one of the producers. One of the engineers I worked with. He's Charlie. If you're listening, God bless you. But Jesus, he's tough on me. But it's good though.
But he brings the best out of you, right?
Oh yeah, we have fun doing it too. We're insane.
There you go.
Yeah,
we had him on you too, Derek. It's the same way. Voiceover, I'm sure when they're directing you to do your voice differently, kind of helps you out.
Yeah. And I'm looking to get into doing that more. I'm looking into doing more of my stand-up. I'm looking into doing this full time. So I mean, I still have a day job. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I had one for many years. I'm surviving without it, but I'm just glad I was able to walk away. That's a whole nother thing. That having, what we do and then having it's really like you're serving two different things in yourself. Like you got to go to work and you do your thing, and then you have to come home and then do your creative stuff. and then you got to you have to have the energy to do that. So it could be hard.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started in the industry, I was 18, and I was I did some studio work and I did some touring guitar stuff, and I did that for about 3 years before my daughter was born when I was 21.
Okay,
and then I still dabbled in it until I was about 23, 24. And then I eventually just said, the Orlando music scene sucks. I can't do it here. And then at that point, I got a career because I normally just had jobs at that point. I started a career when I was 24.
Right.
But then I also started doing professional wrestling. So I was a professional wrestler and I had my career.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that for about.
He's like,
that's a movie, right? Exactly. That's a movie right there.
I did that for 12 years. I did that for 12 years until I broke my neck.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I broke my neck in 2013.
Okay.
And from a car accident, believe it or not even in the ring.
I was going to say,
I didn't even have a cool story.
Okay.
No, I was sitting at a red light. I was in a dead stop. And then some crazy lady who didn't brake because she was on her cell phone hit me.
Oh my God.
So it's not even a cool story. But then at that point I was like, I want to stay in the entertainment business. I am not going to stop now.
Right.
No, I'm not going to let something else happen. So what else am I good at? Oh, well, I took acting lessons. I did some Broadway training. I did some of this and did some of that. So I know how to be in front of a crowd.
Right.
And I'm pretty freaking funny. So I'm going to start doing stand-up comedy.
Right.
And then that naturally evolved into this. And then I was like, I'm gonna try my hand at voiceover stuff. And I was like, okay, I can do this too. So I'm like, I love what I do.
Right.
And the moment it hits that number that I have in my head.
Right. We all have that number in our head. Yeah.
Peace.
Exactly. I mean, most people that do their art and have a day job, that day that they can just walk away from not having to work for somebody else. I mean, that's the day that everybody kind of remembers. Like, most people want to wake up every day and do what they love to do. I mean, the people who get to do that, they don't know how incredibly lucky they are. I don't know if they really know how lucky they are.
I mean, I got a small piece of that last week.
Okay.
I was on vacation. So I had 9 days of just this.
Okay.
Between started the week doing, I had a Zoom comedy show. And then I spent all week long just talking to our PR person who we share, and then talking to this person, talking to that person, talking to this person, doing graphics, and then setting up this interview, and then researching this. And I did that. I probably worked 70, 80 hours last week while I was on vacation.
Right.
And none of it felt like work.
Right.
It felt like I was just I loved every minute of it.
Right. I experienced that probably a week and a half ago. Like, I was just all day just producing, doing this. Everything on my to-do list got done, and I was like, what? This is what I want to do. Every day. Just have my calendar filled with. Now with COVID, I'm not able to do everything I want to do, but I kind of get what you're saying. I'm sure, Nicole, for you, when you get on stage and you just get into that zone where you're singing and, the audience feels it. I'm sure, nothing can beat that. I mean, I'm sure there's a point where you just feel like nothing can beat this feeling. So.
Yeah. I think it's important. Like I always say I have like basically 2 full-time jobs.
Okay.
Because I mean, my aspirations are different than Derek's, like my music is my main focus, but I've worked in event producing, festival production. I've done broadcasting. I've worked for live TV. Like, I've done a lot of cool stuff.
Right.
For my job.
Right.
And so it's cool to go from that to another creative outlet, but music's always been, I've been singing since like I was in 1st grade. So for me, that's always been it. I mean, the day I can go on tour again, when they come back and I make it, is when I can actually tour with and I have management companies that I want to work with, and I have a plan, I have a plan, but right now I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because COVID, I can't go on tour at the end of this year. I just can't do it, but I'm preparing for what's to come of that. And so COVID, you either take advantage of it and you any creative outlet you have, you're doing that and you're making yourself better at that, or you're not. And exactly. I feel like you have to. You can have a job, but you have to make time for these things. I feel like it's really important.
It's extremely important. I mean, there were days, I worked in law firm and I would work sometimes 14-hour days, but I would still eat dinner, spend time with my family, but then, go in my room or whatever it is in the den and just write or do whatever it is I'm going to do. Because like you said, if you don't continue to do this, then you start doing just the work, and then you start doing just the family, and then this dream just kind of dissipates, and then you don't ever pick it up again. And I see so many people and so many friends, family.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, it's just
so
like
sad.
They're like, oh, I have responsibilities. I want to raise a family. I'm like, but you had such a great gift, and you didn't use it. And it's not their fault. It's just like, I don't want to be one of those people. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't either. I know too many people that have done that.
Yeah.
So and
sad.
I feel the same way. I mean, the podcast, my comedy, and whatever else comes along with that, that is the goal. I mean, there is no other goal in this world. I have to have it because I do have a family, my day job. And when I'm there, I'm solely dedicated to that company.
Right.
But then the moment I come home and I walk through that door,
right.
The Suck It Podcast t-shirt goes on, the Suck It Podcast beanie goes on, which I'm not wearing tonight for some reason. And I become, editor, producer, co-host. And my whole life revolves around this. I mean, I'm working 2 full-time jobs. And sometimes I work more on this in a week than I do my regular job. Not that I'm like not still doing 50 hours there, but I'm probably doing 60 to 70 hours on this. Mm-hmm. So I'm working 110 hours a week.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but but to see the views,
right,
and to see the comments and to see the things that come about, and this, to be able to have opportunities to talk to people that are bigger in this business than I am, or like Nicole is. And it's like, wow, you're humbled, I mean, so like tomorrow, I mean, no offense to, what you've got going on, but talking to Kid Capri,
that's a big deal. Like,
that's a huge deal. I mean,
deal.
He's a Grammy Award winning artist.
Exactly.
And then next week, I know you're on vacation, Nicole, so I got to do these myself. One of our, our PR person just got done working on a movie, and I've got 2 of those people from the movie coming on.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, cool. And then it's like, it's humbling, and it really makes you say, holy shit, why am I not there yet? What have they done differently than what I'm doing? I'm almost 40 years old and I'm still struggling to get into it, but damn it, I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere close to being done.
Yeah.
So, but
it's
just one of those situations where it's like, damn it.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm like you guys. I'm just not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on this dream. I don't care if I'm 70 and I'm still trying to get into don't
give up. Never give up.
Too many people that have given up.
Life's too short.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. Life is way too short. It really is.
I'm all about that.
COVID really kind of brought it all together. Like, we were living our lives in this normal pattern, just thinking everything's fine, and then this thing that we can't even see and fight literally has changed everything. So
it has,
and I doubled down, like you guys. Now I'm doubling down on what I really, this thing that I do that I love, because I don't want to go back to having another day job. That's my goal. And then secondly, I just want this thing to work. Like, I know that I could do this, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I know that I could do this. I just need more people to be, to see that I can do this and be behind me.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. It's all about time.
Yeah.
Like, I just always needed the time back. To do it. And then this happened. I'm like, okay, now's my time to
exactly.
I have the time now to do
no
this.
Excuses now. There's no excuse.
There's no excuse. And I went hard, and I'm still gonna go hard. Like,
too.
Because once you light a fire, you can't stop my fire. I'm like, whoa.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just like that with the sound effect.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone harder now since COVID hit.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, I have. And again, like I was telling you, while we were in the green room, to go from, at the beginning of May to around 250 downloads, 300 downloads per episode ish, to now 7,000.
Right.
In about a month and a half, 2 months.
Right.
Is astonishing to me.
A significant increase of people. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Then the first time we go live on Facebook and Twitch was about 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was the first time we ever did it was with Ty.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
that's right. Yeah.
And it was 3:00 on a Saturday. So
Yep.
noon her time, 3:00 our time. And we had 1,000 views
Oh wow.
on Facebook. I'm
That's
like,
good.
okay, so it's translating over, but it's nowhere. It's a seventh of what it is on the podcast page.
Right.
So so now it's just about getting it all together. Now, if I can just double it and get to 14,000 per episode, that'd be fantastic.
Right.
But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, same goes for you. I mean, you can't not only do you need to be creative with your writing and your shots, and whether you want to do a still cam here or whether you want to do a mobile cam there or whatever the case might be.
Right.
When it comes to posting it, how you post it, where you post it, and stuff like that is a creativity of its own as well. And you just got to be creative with it. So never, ever, ever stop being creative with anything.
Right. And that whole thing with the posting, I really had to get more creative. I think I'm getting a little stale now when it comes to my posts, and I'm not being original. And I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this rut. And I think a lot of it is, I can't say I don't like to do. I will say I don't like to do it. I don't like to do the social media, but I have to do the social media.
Yeah,
because it's a part of our brand. You have to do it. So.
A little trick that I've learned though is what I do is I created a canned set of hashtags.
Okay.
And so like this month it's a little bit different than it will be next month, because right now there's a lot of LGBTQ stuff on there, and there's a lot of BLM stuff on there too. Right. But at the same time, there's still our normal core stuff. Right. But then at the same time, I have 3 empty hashtags, because you're only allowed 30 hashtags on Instagram, and you're only allowed 30 hashtags on Facebook. So there's 3 that are left open that are custom to the guest.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I have my canned ones for for the entire month, and then I have 3 that I leave alone. Okay. So every time somebody searches LGBTQ rights, I come up. Right. But at the same time, if you search Black Lives Matter, I come up. And then, but then at the same time, if it comes up, Terrence, I can't talk to him, Terrence Patterson. It's like, okay, he comes up there too. So it's like a little bit of everything. So it's a broad array.
Right.
If it's just me and Nicole on there, and we don't have a guest, I hashtag women in music. I hashtag women empowerment. I customize it to Nicole.
Right.
And it works. So you've got to get. There's a creativity factor even with the hashtagging.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
And another thing is too, never get discouraged. And this is just my advice too. Never get discouraged with the amount of followers you have at first.
Yeah.
Go with the likes. Go with the likes and the views. Because a lot of times what will happen is they will find you from a hashtag, watch your content, and then not follow you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
What you need to do at that point is then you need to figure out a way to get that person to actually hit that button, because you're getting the views from it.
Right.
So like on the podcasting, I don't care if they subscribe. I don't. If you want to hit the subscribe button on Spotify, great. Thank you. If you want to hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, great. I appreciate it. Thank you. But you know what? You're still listening to me every other day. And, me and Nicole get those 7,000 likes, regardless of how many subscribers we have.
Right.
But on here, it's a completely different beast. Doesn't matter how many likes and follows, videos you get, views you get. It matters how many subscribers you have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're not getting views, you're not going to get those subscribers. So I try to get the views first and then translate that into subscribers, not the other way around.
Okay. It makes sense.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
At some point, they will follow you.
Exactly.
They will. I know they will.
Okay.
Because it's about, again, it's that consistency factor.
Yeah,
if you're consistently putting out great content all the time, and they're consistently finding you because of this one hashtag that they search, and they constantly are finding themselves watching your video because of it, what eventually ends up happening is, because that hashtag comes up so often, and they click on your videos so often from that hashtag, you're going to show up in their feed.
Right.
on Facebook, even though they don't follow you, and
Right.
eventually get to the point where they just follow you automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have
There's
mutual
a trick to
friends.
it. Yeah.
And then the mutual like I know I have people follow me because I have a lot of mutual friends with them. Especially in music. Everyone follows each other kind of.
Right.
So
Right.
if you have mutual friends and that person thinks you're credible or knows you're credible in some way, then they follow you. And then someone else follows you.
Right.
And then they follow you. And it's like
a domino effect, right?
Domino effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing.
What?
No, you broke up for a second there.
Yeah.
You became robotic.
Oh yeah, my Wi-Fi honestly isn't the best right now. I'm downstairs when it's like kind of like
Yeah.
I make sound effects today. I don't know why.
You've been pretty clear so far. That was the first time you glitched.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm not a robot. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing I was going to say. I can't remember what it was now.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Obviously wasn't that important. But I mean, networking. Find those Facebook groups that do similar things to what you do.
Yeah, I actually started that. I
Yes.
started that. With the anime series, I actually just started connecting with some anime groups. And, they have to let you in, join them, whatever. But yeah, I'm actually starting to do that a lot more.
And that's actually what I do with this. So when I set up a broadcast on Twitch, not on Twitch, when I set up a broadcast on our platform StreamYard, it automatically creates it inside of Facebook and just kind of sits it there until I go live. Right. So what I was doing when you and I were in the green room was I was sharing that post that was created a week ago into all these groups.
Oh, okay.
And that's where they're going to get the views.
Okay.
So the 15 groups that I shared it to, the podcasting groups and the streaming groups and all this other stuff that are watching it right now,
right?
That's where those views are coming from. So it's strategic. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm definitely have to get more strategic in how I do this stuff, but it's coming along. Like you said, I'm getting some viewers, a lot more followers. I just need to be consistent, like Nicole said. I think that's my problem, not being as consistent as I need to be with it. Some more than others, like Facebook. That's something I do all the time. YouTube, I don't really do it as much, and I really think that's part of where I've fallen short there too. YouTube, I don't really, do much with it. I don't interact as much with it. But again, a lot of that for each individual one, it takes time for Instagram, and then you got to be kind of like strategic, like you said, in what you do, because what you post on Twitter may not translate to what you do on Facebook, which doesn't translate to what you do on Instagram. So it's all coming together. But for anyone who has their own anything, you have to become a master at it if you're going to be successful at what you do. You just have to, even if you don't like it, you have to do it.
But then at the same time, not only do you need to be a master at it, but you also need to stay consistent to who you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you're watching a video, say for instance, you're becoming a streamer, it doesn't matter if you're becoming a podcast streamer or a talk show host or a video game streamer or whatever the case might be, and you're going on to YouTube to look at, streaming advice.
Right.
That streaming advice that you're getting helped that particular person get to 5,000 subscribers.
Right.
It might not 100% translate to you, but what they'll end up doing is they'll take it all and go, oh, well, this guy, look at Ninja. Ninja's got 1 million subscribers. I'm going to go do exactly what Ninja did.
Right.
No, it's not going to work, dude.
Right.
If you got to do something,
true.
You got to take the advice and then cater it to your needs,
right,
and what your viewers' needs are.
Right.
If I'm going to watch a Twitch streamer, talk about gaming and how he got to a certain point, I'm going to watch it because I want to take there's certain things that do translate, but every single thing for the gaming aspect world does not translate to me.
Right.
Or to Nicole or the show.
Right.
So I'm not going to follow it, but I'm going to cater it to what this show is.
Correct.
But I'm still going to maintain that same thing. So I mean, it's all about being yourself. Right. And like me and Nicole were saying at the beginning of the show, we hate niches. We don't like them. So they that's one of the things that they tell you when you first start podcasting. Pick a niche and stick to it.
Right.
No. That's boring. I mean, now if it's a crime podcast and you have 1,000 different crimes to talk about, that's a little bit different. But if you're a mental health podcast and all you do is talk about, mental illness and stuff, like, there's only so much of that you can listen to.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's that's why I like to keep it eclectic. I mean, this week we've had So we had a chef on.
Okay.
We had a musician on, April Doyle, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Chef Ryan Rondino on Monday, and then April Doyle yesterday, you today, Kid Capri tomorrow, and then a rapper on Friday. So and then next week is 2 actors, a punk musician out of LA, and a couple others. Like, I mean, it's different every day, and I love it.
Right.
Love it.
And so, I mean, you guys got a good eclectic mix of people. It doesn't make it boring, and you guys can, learn from different people from different walks of life and all of that good stuff. So, yeah.
But again, that translates to what you do as well, too. So, I mean, anything that we could do on our end to help you on that, and anything that we can do to, when you start going live again and you get your first episode out, let me know, and we'll bring you back.
I'll definitely hit you up. And I'm also a part of the show. A big part of it is music. So, Nicole, there you are. I'll definitely,
love that. I'm gonna DM you right. I'm all about the DMs. Derek knows. I'm gonna DM you right after this and make sure that we're connected on Instagram.
Oh, yes. Absolutely! I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And that's why I put our Instagram handles underneath us instead of our names.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the point of putting names if you can't find each other that way?
Exactly.
So no.
All right.
Handles. But Terrence, we appreciate you coming on tonight and taking the time out of your day to speak with us. I know I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm sure Nicole does too.
And same to you guys too. Thank you so much. It was a great platform, and it's just this is one of those interviews where I was a little nervous in the beginning, but then immediately you guys made me feel at ease, and we just had a good flow of conversation, which I appreciate. And thank you for having me on your platform.
Hey, not a problem. We appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the content you gave us tonight.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much, man. You have a good night now.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, what a cool dude.
He's nice. I'm going to DM him right now.
For those of you who didn't catch it, his Twitter handle is, hold on, let me pull it back up.
It's HPJT_ the web series.
Yep, that's it. HBJT, yeah.
I'm literally DMing him right now. So I DM'd Chef the other day. We're gonna connect. I'm telling you, I'm sliding to those DMs,
Yeah.
That sounds dirty normally, but
hey.
Slide into those DMs. I'm like, fuck all you guys.
We like being dirty.
Depends. I have a line.
What's your line, Nicole?
I don't know. When I find it, I will tell you. Trust me. Because at some point I'm like, fuck y'all, and your dirty ass jokes and shit.
Oh, I love dirty jokes. Want me to tell you a dirty joke?
No.
Yes, you do.
I've had some really gross shit in my DMs. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Nothing that I could ever say would be as as creepy as possibly the guys that hit you up on your DMs.
Oh, it's bad. It's real
bad.
Saying.
Nothing I could say, because I'm not that creepy asshole that stalks you online, and goes, "Oh my God, she's so fucking hot."
Hey, look, I can see me on Facebook. Am I gonna say something? Oh, look, now it's giving me those little what do you call it? Oh, this is fun. I'm talking about myself, and I can see it.
I think it's like on a 15-second delay.
It is. That's like normal though for like when I worked in broadcasting, it was like a 10-second delay.
Yeah. It's too bad I don't have a drop button. That would be nice.
Drop?
Yeah, like if somebody says something stupid, I can just hit the drop button and it erases the last 15 seconds.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Why don't you create that?
But then I'd have to get in touch with StreamYard and have them integrate it.
That's true. I mean, that could be lucrative, though.
It could be.
I'm sure a lot of people would love to use that. You are dropped. Mic drop.
Yeah.
God.
No. Okay. So seriously, I got a dirty joke for you.
Okay.
Why did the sperm cross the road?
I'm trying to think of what goes with sperm besides vagina. Why did the sperm cross the road? I'm never going to guess. You might as well tell me.
Because I put on the wrong sock.
Oh, fuck. That's so good. I put on the wrong sock.
See? Isn't that funny? See?
Oh, good. You need to put deodorant on, dude.
I wear deodorant. It's just that, my deodorant's not strong enough for me, apparently.
Yeah. Have your guys over at Manscaped or whatever make a deodorant.
They make a ball deodorant. Maybe I can put ball deodorant underneath my armpits.
Try it. Why not? It's the same. What makes it a ball deodorant versus a normal deodorant?
Yeah, and I use. Well, I'll give them a plug because I don't stink. So I don't think I use an antiperspirant. I think that's what it is. I just use a deodorant. So I use Dove Men Care deodorant, and it's supposed to last 48 hours, and I don't stink at all. So I know it's working. It's just not helping me not perspire.
Right. There's a difference.
There is, and the thing that sucks is like where my studio is at in the basement. It's on the basement, and our thermostat is actually on the second level in the living room.
Oh, okay.
So it goes off of the temperature up there. So it might get really, really cold down here, or it could get really, really hot. It just depends.
That makes sense.
It just really depends. Like right now, like the entire time I've been down here, the air conditioning hasn't kicked on.
But you wanted to.
I wanted to.
You should put a fan. You should get a fan.
I had a fan down here, but it was too loud, so I had to get it out of here.
Oh, they have those really quiet ones.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah, but they're awesome.
Maybe I can get like a sponsor to give me a free fan.
Dyson.
Oh, that would be great.
Sponsor the shit and send me fans.
And a vacuum, a pet hair vacuum.
Oh, she's a fucking Shetty McShetterson over here.
Yeah, I got 4 animals. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs.
Dyson, are you listening?
Dyson needs to be listening. I can build an animal weekly with what I find in hair.
I don't doubt that. Shit is blowing up. It's almost time for me to go to dinner.
I know it is.
I'm starving.
I know it's about to wrap this up.
Wrap this shit up.
So tomorrow we've been talking about it a lot. We have Kid Capri coming on. Nicole might be joining us. We're not sure yet.
I'm going to try. My schedule is fucked right now.
I know.
I have to get down to LA and figure shit out. So I just can't do this while I drive. If I could do this while driving, it would look stupid. It'd be loud, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you want to join late, there's no issue with that.
I could probably join 30 minutes late, but I'll be driving.
Fine.
I'll be driving.
Yeah, however you want to do it, it's fine. I know you really want to talk to him. And then you're not available next week at all.
Nope. No, not Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday, and then Thursday. I know that's holiday weekend too, so I might be. That's 4th of July weekend. I think that's coming into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy Jesus. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember the schedule next week. You're gonna have to send me that shit again.
I'm gonna send it to you anyway, because you never know, because you might say, because Wednesday's guest, I think you would really want to talk to.
Well, see, again, I'll be driving home from somewhere far away.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. If I'm in the car, like I don't know.
Yeah. So Wednesday's guest is actually a musician, an LA-based musician, who's very, very was popular in the
Who is it?
The punk rock scene. His name is John Doe.
Do I know him? Like, I'm trying to think. Is he still there now? Does he live in LA now? He does.
Yeah, he's actually John Doe. Hold on, let me John Doe, musician. He founded the LA punk band X.
Oh, no fucking way. Okay. What's his handle?
I'm just looking at it on Instagram right now. I mean, not Instagram.
That's Wednesday night. Oh man.
Wikipedia.
Oh, wait, John Doe. Not this guy. Oh, that's
so he's been a part of X. He's been a part of the Blasters, the Knitters, and the Flesh Eaters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's been around since.
He's my kind of guy. I sing punk, so
he started in 1977.
That's cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, if I can make it work in my car somehow, and not annoy the shit out of you guys with my noise, that would be great. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, right.
Anyway. But yeah, send me the schedule, and then send me the schedule for July, because I need to get my shit together. So
yep, I know you do.
Yeah, just send me everything if you can, because right now my inbox is inundated, and all the stuff you sent me before is like somewhere far, far away.
I'll re-update you. I'm gonna sit down tonight and do that.
Especially now that it's like there's been a lot of changes, obviously, the last few weeks. So
yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Plus, I also need to let everybody else know what's going on. I mean, I just got some more more interviews confirmed. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. In the last couple of days. So people are going to be excited about what we got coming up. It's going to be some fun stuff in the next month. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But from myself, from the beautiful Nicole, we bid you guys adieu.
Stay heavy.
See you back here tomorrow, same time, same channel with Kid Capri. Stay heavy, stay healthy.
Oh shit.
What?
You cut out for a second. I was like, oh shit. You cut out on my end for a second.
Yeah, because you were cut out on my end too. But either way, stay heavy, stay healthy. Back again, same Twitch channel, same Twitch time with Kid Capri. Until then, peace.
Peace out. All right.